What is the most surprising thing you have accidentally overheard about yourself? On a teleconference, as you can tell, Nicholas G is here. What does that mean? You're really loud when you laugh. Apparently, I have been heard laughing through multiple doors and walls. It's apparently what I'm known for. Being heard from multiple rooms away is much better than being smelled from multiple rooms away. Ugh, the janitor at my work is like this. I swear he doesn't shower until the weekend and just stews in his aroma. You can tell when he's done the rounds through the office from the lingering odor. Disgusting. He's really cute, I know, confidence through the roof. I've been there. You'll be thinking about that for years. Some girl in high school yelled that I had a nice neck and my optometrist told me I have luscious eyelashes. I don't know what to do with either of those. You take good care of your neck and eyelashes. High five. PS. Girl might be a vampire. Driver wouldn't stake through her heart. It's the only way to be sure. If she's a vampire, she'll die. If not, she'll also die though. That's the downside. Turns out a stake through the heart is really dangerous. Coworker was talking about me and said I wouldn't mind him eating crackers like a dog in my bed. If you know what I mean. I have no idea what she means till Redditors love the idea of me hooking up with someone 15 to 20 my elder. It's usually I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating crackers. Thinks you're super cute. I love this phrase. It usually gets a smile out of people. The phrase should probably be I wouldn't object to him getting in my bed with crackers, because the other options are 1. He snuck them into bed somehow and was already eating them by the time you noticed, or 2. He brought crackers into bed and you thought, well, surely he wouldn't eat those in my bed. He must have some other intention with them. I suppose a third option could be that you keep crackers on your nightstand. In which case you really don't have much grounds for kicking someone out for eating them. You put them there, ostensibly not for decoration. A guy in a college class leaned over to his friend and said, "She smells amazing." After being bullied all through high school, overhearing something good about myself was definitely pretty surprising. It's Bath & Body Works Japanese Cherry Blossom. I had the same compliment my first year in college. Sat next to this harmless looking stoner dude, and he was like, "Whoa, you smell so good." We dated for like 6 months. I really need to know, if someone tells you that you smell nice, wouldn't that come off as creepy? As a guy, I can't think of it going any other way. 1. Be attractive. 2. Don't be UN, and so on and so forth. Depends entirely on how you say it, and in what context. Overheard a classmate during swimming lessons saying she has such a nice body. I hated my body at the time and struggled with an eating disorder. Helped me stop doing what I was doing. I wish I could tell women who hate their bodies that they have nice bodies, but I might be misunderstood as coming onto them and get fired by HR. A man on the street once asked me, "Hey, do you work out?" I do, and told him so, and he was like, "It shows, keep it up." I was 100% flattered and 0% creeped out, and I'm a lady who works in hours. When people say my name, I show up a few seconds right after, like some sort of summoning spell. Apparently, it happened enough times that people commented on it. In Lithuania we have a saying for when this happens: Vilko mini, Vilka soja. It translates to mention a wolf is here. In Romania we have something similar: Vorbeti de lapi lupul la. We speak of the wolf and the wolf is at the door. We have this in English too, but nobody has brought it up. Speak of the devil. People don't usually say the whole thing anymore. It's known and understood widely enough that the first piece is enough for understanding, and it's shorter and therefore easier to say, but the whole expression is speak of the devil and the devil shall appear. I started my first year as a teacher last year, and a few months in I had to watch over a group of students doing a career day training activity. I was monitoring the class and I overheard 2 students talking. Student 1: "You have Fangor as a teacher, right?" Student 2: "Yeah." Student 1: "He seems like so much fun. What's he like?" Student 2: "He is the greatest teacher I've ever had. He is so much fun and great at explaining maths. I think about my students saying that at least once a week. I meant the world to me. I didn't even think I was that great of a teacher." Are you Lieutenant Fangor from World of Warcraft? No, he's Fangor from the Fangor gaming forums. Lieutenant Fangor taught me calculus. I wouldn't be where I am today without him. His beard just makes me want to squirt some girl in line behind me at a restaurant waiting to pay. Strangest way to compliment a beard, and I was honestly grossed out, even though I love a squirter. Had to let that soak in for a minute. Is that the beard conditioner I've always heard about? It's more a beard oil, great for forming a nice shape when paired with a wooden comb. She always says that what you have inside is most important, but inside she has nothing too. That's what I heard my grandma saying about me to my younger brother, who just chuckled in response. Still haunts me to this day. I'd be scared of having no organs as well. As someone that has grandparents that smother you with love, fucking wow. Seriously, hope grandma enjoys dying alone. We don't know that Op isn't actually an empty person. You don't necessarily have to be a Disney villain to be someone empty inside. Well, she is really toxic person and our relationship is very complicated. She is full of love, but also full of hate. Quite a few years back, a girl I was involved with for a summer and really liked moved away for college. A few years later, she ended up publishing a little book of poems and in it, there was one about all the guys she ever kissed. Of the names on there, I was one of the two that got complimented. More importantly, he listened, which meant a lot considering the other guy is now her boyfriend of many years. I keep a photo of that poem on my phone for when I'm feeling depressed. It helps remind me I'm not a terrible person. To be fair, you could still be a terrible person, just maybe not to her. I will go to my grave satisfied knowing a woman like that thought so highly of me. I overheard my brother once tell my parents that I was the best natural athlete out of the 4 brothers, but I was just lazy. This was coming from my brother who played college baseball and football. I always thought that everyone thought I was a fat slob, but that comment made me think back to the fact that I could do some impressive things for a big guy, and I was faster than most would suspect. I did play football, baseball and wrestled as a kid. We also played a lot of baseball and basketball around the house, so he was aware that I was athletic from that. So, do you agree with that? If so, did that comment help you overcome your issues and apply yourself? Sounds like you should work out to find your full potential before you get old, man. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I overheard a rumor that I was only cast in a certain role because I was really Jewish. As an Italian Catholic, I would say that was surprising. At my last job, it was a well-known fact among my coworkers that I was Jewish. They asked me if needed some holiday off, and when I was confused because I'm not Jewish, it became a huge deal. Giant hotel with 40 people in my department alone. They all thought I was Jewish, 100% convinced. Someone told me I should take a DNA test. They were so positive. I have recently 0% Jewish, 80% English and Irish. Go figure. Do your coworkers dislike you? People ask me if I'm Jewish as a way to insult me in a way they can deny. They are saying I have a big nose, but they don't think I can call them on it, because then I would be the one repeating the stereotype. One of the people in my class thought I worked for the NSA FBI because I use Kali Linux and PowerShell CMD. I use both Windows and Kali Linux. My dad taught me some basics like CD, D, and ipconfig when I was like 11, and I got sent to the principal's office because I was showing my classmates while pretending to hack the internet, and the teacher was seriously concerned that I was actually being successful. This was in like 95 days though, so I can't really blame anyone for not knowing. It was all smoke and mirrors. I needed to grab some files off an FTP server onto a friend's computer once, but he didn't have an FTP client. Rather than going through the trouble of finding one pre-Google and installing it, I just opened up a command prompt and used text-based FTP. He was floored. Okay, I've hacked into their mainframe and disabled their algorithms. Really great to make out with at a party. You shouldn't date him though. It was very true at the time. Helped me a lot actually, eventually. Really great to make out with at a party. It was very true at the time. Humbler brag SMH *****s. Tell your friends in need of a party pal. One of my sweetest friend was talking to our department admin and the admin asked her, "Isn't I love Masami Waffles the sweetest?" It really made my heart melt and just made me love them more. Just the fact they think of me that way. I was so grateful to have such people in my life. Went to a wedding as some own date. After I got introduced to the family, my date got pulled aside by her mother and asked if I had a beer bottle in my pocket. Thanks, Wrangler. Is that a beer bottle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Bit of a martial art compliment I overheard whilst I was sparring. These two guys were watching me and said his kicks are so fast and accurate. I then proceeded to throw every kick I knew after such a confidence boost. Lol. Relatable. I was sparring, and I didn't notice that I dodged almost every single hit from the guy I was sparring with. During the spar, some girl who was a fellow student's older sister, 19 I think, told me "That's so cool that you're pretty fast," with this nice smile on her face. I felt pretty pumped because of that compliment, so I can somewhat relate to you. In high school boarding school, I walked into one of the lounge areas to see what my roommate was doing and overheard him, my ex, and another girl talking about how I was an alcoholic. I only drank on Saturday nights. It was weird, and I was pretty surprised. Binge drinking is a form of alcoholism, for what it's worth. Yeah, I know, but I wasn't binge drinking. I was just drinking responsibly with my friends. I never drank excessively. We had class Monday through Saturday, so winding down Saturday night with 1 or 2 whiskey cokes while playing some video games with my buddies was a great de-stressor. Don't you know? Alcoholics keep to once a week BECAUSE THEYNO WHEN TO not I drink BECAUSE THEHAVE MUCHR self-control. You drink but claim you are not an alcoholic. All the non-drinkers and alcoholics on Reddit are going to insist that you are an alcoholic. I had manager, really milfy type, that's never been my thing. So I'm sitting in my cubicle and this tall, supermodel model goddess of a woman walks by. Before I even had a chance to think about what I was doing, I stood up to watch the walk. My sup sat right behind me and caught it. So I'm walking by my manga's desk on the way to lunch, and they were whispering, and I caught, "Oh, so that's the type of women he likes." Apparently Manger was a little miffed I wasn't checking her out. I overheard her colleagues talking about me. I couldn't hear what the one person said about me, but another person was like, "No, name S cool." The jury is still out on that one. My senior year of high school, I heard that I had actually been spilling the secrets of everyone I knew and was spreading nasty rumors in an effort to ruin their lives. Was a shock for me to find out. Even more shocking when the same girl who was spreading rumors tried to get me expelled after a small altercation. She had some real issues. Was bouncing at a bar once, overheard a group of ladies talking. One of the ladies I used to have a thing with. Somewhere in the conversation she said I was tall, handsome, and hung like a Clydesdale. Then they all turned and looked over at me and smiled. People don't like her because she can be blunt, but she always tells the truth, even if they don't want to hear it. For the record, I'm not one of those just saying folks who use that phrase to be mean. I always try to be mindful when I provide feedback. I didn't realize that my mindfulness still wasn't enough for some people. My therapist once said honesty without tact is just being mean. It's focusing your intention with the feedback that can help. Lots of people just want people around them for validation and won't like even the nicest honest people. Posted this before, but I was in the lobby of my dorm studying for class when my 2 friends came in high as a kite. They asked me if I wanted to smoke with them, but I told them I had to finish this homework and declined. When they walked away, I heard them say, "Yuhinro is smart. We should be like him." Have never let them hear the end of it. I don't know where we'd be without him. Less than a year later, I was no longer at that company because the same person called me selfish for wanting a pretty fairly deserved raise. 2 bakers at my local bakery were talking about me. I used to come in almost every day, and one time as I was coming in, one of them said, "She has a cute smile." Really made my day because I hate my teeth. Wife tickling husband at store checkout, he yells, "Don't touch me, I'm an American." I will forever use that quote. Wrong topic, but that's hilarious. Someone I was flirting with at a party called me goofy, which struck me as odd. because I take things too seriously sometimes. Later when we were dating the person told me that I remind them of Chandler Bing, which made more sense since he's easily the most jokey of the group, but also fairly neurotic. Passaby Justin isn't as mean as he seems. Mean Annie?